name is Erica. I'm 23 years old, and I was a victim of bullying in grade school. When I was in the 3rd grade at Ivy Drive School in Bristol, Connecticut, I had a few good friends, but classmates would tease me as well. I remember times when I would beg my mom to let me stay home from school just so I could escape the name-calling for one day. I didn't even really want to face these people. One day on the playground, one of my classmates shoved me down and knocked my books out of my hand. She said that I was fat and ugly and made fun of all my freckles. She said she couldn't understand why anyone would want to be friends with me. I'll never forget that day. Everyone laughed at me and pointed their fingers, and I felt so small. I remember walking away and going to play on my own. When I left school that day, I went home and cried in my room for hours. This happened almost every day. From then on, I always felt like I wasn't deserving of having friends. My middle school years were better. I met a great group of girls. They went to Bristol Central, and I went to Bristol Eastern when it came time for high school. I never thought that I would end up in the position that I did my sophomore year at Bristol Eastern High School. It was the very first week of school when I was sitting in the cafeteria for lunch, and everyone was talking, minding their own business, when a few girls who had always given me trouble started throwing food in my direction. What happened next happened really fast, but will forever remain in my memory. One of the girls stood up and walked over to me. She shoved me. She ended up on top of me, slamming my head repeatedly into the floor. After this incident, I found myself depressed and angry. I even contemplated switching schools, but I realized that I couldn't let these people change my life. I was afraid, depressed, and sad, but I went back and faced it. Anytime I hear stories of bullying and teens or young adults committing suicide because of these monsters, I go back to these instances and replay them in my mind. I mean, if only victims of bullying knew things that would get better over time and that your time in school is really only the beginning of the rest of your life, some would probably still be here today. I mean, I'm blessed to have a family that was and continues to be on my side and fights for me. They're really the only reason I'm still here today. I have grown up to find a new appreciation for life, people, and faith. If God brought me to this world, He'll bring me through it.